Hey you guys, I'm here with another DIY and you guys are gonna love it. I am gonna go ahead and make you a wood beaded garland. Now this garland is gonna match my Ray done birdhouses. So the first little tip I have for you is to put your bead on the back of a small paintbrush. Trust me, it's going to change everything. It's gonna save you time and it's gonna be so much cleaner and it's gonna be way less messy. I'm going to show you the paint that I'm using. I'm using from the chalk collection. So I'm going to go ahead and use this gray one, the white and an off gray, kind of like an ivory color. You can go ahead and get started. I'm going to use this paint palette just to put my wood beads there because they are going to dry. Trust me, this paint is perfect. It dries super fast and also it takes less than a couple of seconds. So you're gonna love this paint. The chalk paint does not have a shiny coat, so if you're looking for something like with a shiny coat, go ahead and look for another color. They have a ton of choices on Walmart. Now I'm gonna get started. Look at how easy I'm gonna go ahead and paint this. It just glides on. It leaves it super cute. It goes on super fast, and also I am loving this color. So this is one of my new favorite colors that I am using, and look at how simple that is. Once you do one coat, go ahead and do 3. The only reason I'm telling you to do 3 is because trust me, if the wood beads hit something, the beads, it kind of like wants to like scratch off the paint. That way, if it does, you still have 2 more layers to go. So go ahead and do 3. Do not forget to do the top and the bottom. A lot of people forget to paint that and it just looks messy and unfinished. You want to make sure you paint the whole thing and you do the top and the bottom evenly. So go ahead and use your paintbrush, give it a coat, let it dry, and then go ahead and give it another one. So give it 2 to 3 layers of paint and then go ahead and let it dry. Each layer is going to dry really nice, and trust me, you're going to love it. So I'm just going to go ahead and paint them all. And you're going to see the colors that I'm choosing. Now the colors that I'm choosing are like white, ivory, gray, because those are the colors that I have in my home. I have a gray rug and I have gray couches. So it kind of goes together with my whole theme. And my whole house is painted white. So it's kind of bright. I'm going to go ahead and show you this beautiful gray just so you can see. Now, if you want it darker, they do have darker. They have lighter. You can add some white to it, mix it up, make your own color. But these are the colors that I chose and I love them. Look at how easy that goes on. It's just like butter. You guys do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up. Comment down below if you have any questions. I'm going to go ahead and link my email address as well as my Instagram. So I am also on Instagram. Go ahead and check that out. And follow me as well. Look at how the gray is looking. Isn't it looking really pretty? Now I'm going to go ahead and let that dry. And I'm going to give it another layer. And look at how smooth that is. Make sure you do the top and the bottom as well. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this off so the video won't be super long. And as you can see how beautiful it is, I'm going to go ahead and push that to the side and I'm just going to let it dry and we're going to move on to the next step. Now for the next step, I am using burlap. You can find that at the dollar store, Michael's, and Walmart. See my beautiful Ray Done birdhouse. It says blessed, and this is going to go right on top of it. So this is what I need it for. Now all I'm going to do is I need the house so I can measure the length because I want the tassel to like kind of hang on top of the table. I don't want it to be shorter. I want it to touch it. That's what I'm aiming for. If you want it shorter, of course we can shorten it up. I'm going to use this beautiful white lace. Look at how thin it is. Now you can find this at the dollar store, but it's going to be a thicker. You can find this at Walmart as well and at Michael's. Anywhere they sell lace, basically, or fabrics. All I'm doing is I'm taking it around a couple of times. You can do 10 to 15 times. It's up to you. But I want mine really thick, so I'm going to keep going. I want the bottom of it to be super thick. So I went around 15 times. You can do 10. You can do whatever you want, as thick as you want, and then just cut it off. And we're ready for the next step. Now the next steps are going to be super easy, even though they look a little hard and a little difficult to make. Trust me, they are not. I'm going to guide you through the whole steps so you can make your perfect one. So we're going to take the string and we're going to go right through the middle. And make sure your hot glue gun is running, because I will be using it later. If not sooner. All I'm doing is taking it right through the middle, and we're going to tie it right there. So I'm going to push the lace down, as you can see with my fingers. You don't want it to go up, you want it to go down. And you're going to do a knot right in the middle of the lace, as tight as you can. The tighter, the better. Super tight, super tight. Once you have it nice and tight, we're going to close it up with hot glue. All I'm going to do is add some hot glue to the ends of it, where I tighten it up, and I'm going to seal it shut. This is so our lace will not move, break, fall once we make this, in case you're going to give it to somebody. And then I'm just going to twist it. You saw how I just twisted any excess glue off. Be careful to not burn yourself. And this is just going to secure it in case you're going to make it a gift. Once that is nice and secure, I'm going to go ahead and measure it. And look at the way I'm measuring it. I'm going to take it around and I'm going to tie it right there. So I'm going to give it some extra length so I can make it when I tighten it up. And that is perfect right there. We're going to go ahead and add the beads. They should be really nice and dry. But I'm going to tell you one trick before you get started. Go ahead and grab the hot glue gun, and on the tip of the burlap string, you're going to put a little bit on there, just so the bead could pass really nice and it doesn't get stuck and it doesn't rip in half. Look at my fingers. I'm just going to press on it. And just like that, it's going to secure it, just so the bead, it passes right through it. This is a great trick, I'm letting you know, to go ahead and not mess up your string. Now I'm going to pass it through the next string as well, because I want it to be nice and secure. And look at how easy that was. So I'm just going to put the white first, the ivory, and then the gray. And I'm going to go ahead and do 2 sets of those. So you need basically 2 of each. Go ahead and pass it through the garland and pull it all the way up. Pull it all the way up as tight as you can. Now, we're going to go ahead and close this off really easy. I'm going to show you right away. I'm just going to go ahead and add one more just so I can measure where I'm going to close it and where I'm going to cut it. I want it to go right through the gray one, but like half of the bead. Just because I want it nice and secure in case I give it to someone. It doesn't rip, it doesn't fall apart. You know, you want everything that you make, especially a DIY, to last forever. So I just measured it right now. I'm going to go ahead and use the hot glue right there, and I'm going to close it up. Once it's nice and close, all I'm going to do is cut it. So just look right here in my hands. I'm just adding a little bit, nothing too much. We don't want to make a mess. We don't want it to look messy or flimsy or anything. Secure it with your fingers. Make sure you don't burn yourself. Grab your scissors and just cut any of the excess. And that's going to help you to have your garland nice and secure. Now you're going to be able to go ahead and put the rest of the beads in. You shouldn't have any problem from now on. It's going to pass and it's going to hold it there. So go ahead and grab the rest of your beads, and we're going to go ahead and finish this beautiful wood beaded garland with a gorgeous lace tassel. So go ahead and put it in. Go ahead and grab the next one. And all you need is 6 of them. And look at how gorgeous that is. Now we're going to move on to the next step. Once you have that ready and the colors you want, we're going to go ahead and measure everything. Make sure we have it exactly how we want it. Make sure we have everything set up perfect. Make sure that everything looks good. Have your area nice and clean. And we can move on to the next step. Now, all I'm going to do right here is measure. I'm going to go around. And right there where my finger touches, that is where you're going to make your knot. No more or no less. Right there where your finger touches, make your knot and secure it. Look at my fingers. That's exactly how you're going to make your knot. Just look at it. And if you have a hard time looking, rewind it again and again until you see it. That knot is going to be secure that I'm making, and it's not going to go anywhere. And then it's going to hang really nice. And you're just going to pull it. Once it hangs, pull it as tight as you can. Look at the loop right there. And it's not going to go anywhere. Trust me, that knot is 100% bulletproof right there. I make it all the time. And look at how perfect that came out. Now, we're going to go ahead and seal that shut as well before we cut any of the excess string. Now, I'm going to go ahead and cut another piece. So you could cut this piece as long as you want or as short as you want. It's up to you. Everything is up to you basically to make your DIY just how you like it. But I'm going to show you right there the length. And I'm going to cut, no, I'm not going to cut it. I'm going to fold it in half. And what I mean fold it in half, I wanted to add a little something to the top of the tassel. And I thought, why not add more of the lace? I thought that would be really pretty. All I do is bring the lace, bend it in half, and make a knot. And that actually is very pretty and simple to do. And it actually gives it a more polished look, more finished look. Now go ahead and play with it until you have it just how you like it. Go ahead and adjust it. If you want to cut it shorter, cut it shorter. If you want to make it longer, go ahead and make it a little longer. Just measure all your stuff. But I love it. It came out perfect. Now I'm going to go ahead and just adjust it until I have it exactly how I like it. Now, for the end of this, I'm going to go ahead and grab my glue gun and I'm going to add a little bit of the glue just to seal everything shut so nothing moves. And once I do that, I'm going to cut any of the excess string. Just like that, a little piece. And then grab your scissors, pinch it, grab your scissors, and cut the rest. Be super careful you don't cut the whole thing off. And that's it. Look how gorgeous that is. Now let's go ahead and make this tassel come to life. I'm going to go ahead and show you how I did it. Now you can use a different burlap string. You can use anything you like out there. Go ahead and check out your stores and see exactly what you like. I'm going to go ahead and take the bottom. Very careful. I'm going to grab my scissors and I'm going to cut it. Go ahead and cut it. Once you cut it, we're going to go ahead and every other piece, I'm going to cut it in 3 pieces. So this is just so the beautiful lace just looks really full and really pretty. And it actually, I love it cut into 3. You can go ahead and do all of it. I think that would look very pretty, but I wanted to do every other one. So all I do is cut it in half. And then I cut that half into another half, basically. And I'm going to go ahead and do the whole thing. I'm going to do 1 yes, 1 no, 1 yes, 1 no. So if you have an extra one, go ahead and cut it. I think it looks a very pretty cut. I actually like it more cut. It looks more, I don't know, it looks more unique, more different. A little out of place, and I love how that looks. Just like the Ray Dunn birdhouses, they're not all perfect. They have their little different shapes, and they're not all just smooth and perfect. They're unique, they're different, and that's how I want this. This is how I want this garland to be, unique and different, just like my birdhouses. And if you want me to take a picture to show you how my how my birdhouses look, go ahead and follow me on Instagram. I'm always posting them there. If I find one on sale, I'm actually posting it there just so you know where, when, and how. So go ahead and check me out on Instagram. And if you do want to talk to me or ask me a question, go ahead and email me if you want. I'm going to leave it down below, or DM me on my Instagram. I would love to know what you did, how you made it, and the way it looks. I love to see new ideas. I love to get tips and the little tricks that you guys do to turn your DIYs around. And yeah, I love chit-chatting. I don't know why. And look at how cute this came out. Now you go ahead and fix it with your hands and just mess with it. If it's too long, cut it. If it's too short, pull it. There's so many tricks to this, and there's so many levels of this beauty, especially when it comes to this kind of lace. This lace is just so beautiful, and this is like a white lace. It's not even an off-white, because I saw this one and I just fell in love with it, and I had to buy it, and I bought a ton of it. So in case I want to make more of these for my birdhouses, I am able to make more, or in case I want to make some to give to friends or family members, I'm able to make them, pack them up, and give them to them as a gift. But look at how easy it is. And the lace does not fall apart when you cut it. It just, I don't know, it just takes a life of its own. And I love that. So I'm going to go ahead and play with it. We are almost at the end of this, but I think it came out beautiful. Let me know if you guys make one. Comment down below if you do, or if you don't, or if you are, or if you're not. Now I'm going to go ahead and finish this, and I'm going to cut a little piece of the leftover that I had, and I'm just going to cut it in half, and I'm going to use this to close my tassel. Now this is the last piece of your tassel. If you want to leave it like that, you can. Nice and wild, because it still looks very cute, but I kind of wanted to close the top of it just to make it a little more finished. All I'm doing is putting everything in place, and I'm going to go ahead and pinch it at the top. I'm going to grab my little string. I'm going to make a knot at the back of it. And then I'm going to go ahead and bring the string around as well to cover the front of it. And I'm going to go ahead and double knot it. I just want to double knot it to make sure it doesn't come off. You can hot glue it if you want, but I didn't want to add hot glue to this beautiful lace. So I figured, why not just double knot it, and hopefully that stays. And so far, let me tell you, I have made a couple of these, and they came out very gorgeous, and it does stay. Now just play with it and hide the back of it. Adjust it with your hands to make it your own. Pull it, cut it, do whatever you want to it. And look at how cute and wild that looks. I love it. They came out so cute. I hope you guys make one. And if you do, let me know. I would love to see how yours turned out. Look how beautiful that is. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you learn a little something. I hope you like the colors I picked out. Aren't they beautiful? Look at how my gray looks. It's gorgeous. Yeah, I thought this would be perfect for you guys. And I hope you like it. And I hope you make your own. And until next time, bye you guys.